The pandemic has thrown many countries across the globe into recession this year, yet pundits believe proper preparation for the post-pandemic era may serve to turn this crisis into an opportunity. So what are Korea's strategies to this end? Well, to answer that question, I have Peter Bint here in the studio with me. Welcome, Peter.
Hello, Sunny. Pleasure to be here.
Thank you for being with us. Peter, Korea's relative success in containing the virus has lured foreign investors into the local stock market, and
Yes.
Observers believe that the gains in the local stock market will have legs, so to speak, and authorities here are hoping that these legs will make their way into the free economic zones here in the country. I believe we have 7 such zones, and we're meeting every Wednesdays and Fridays, is it?
Yes.
To discuss each and every one of them. So which zone are we talking about in the first installment?
Well, first we're going to look at the Busan-Jinhae Free Economic Zone, or BJ-FEZ for short. So located on the southern tip of the Korean peninsula, Busan boasts a beautiful scenery in harmony with the ocean, river and mountains. And Haeundae in Busan is also a very popular summer destination. Jinhae-gu in Changwon City is a charming place that organizes a very popular annual cherry blossom festival called the Jinhae Kunangje Festival. The BJ-FEZ is overseen by these 2 cities, Busan and Changwon.
Right, now I've been to the southern port city of Busan, but not to Jinhae. I'd love to visit that place in the future, though. Meanwhile, I hear the Busan-Jinhae Free Economic Zone secured the top grade during a government evaluation last year.
Yeah, that's right. BJ-FEZ has attracted foreign direct investment of about $250 million as of August in this year alone. And it's also succeeded in attracting 3 global logistic companies. Now, you may be wondering how BJ-FEZ has achieved these results despite the big downward trend in investments due to COVID-19. Well, let's see how they did it. The Busan-Jinhae Free Economic Zone is a hub for railway and port logistics in Northeast Asia and takes advantage of the excellent infrastructure that includes the new section of Busan Port, Gimhae International Airport, and a railroad network connecting the metropolitan area. In addition, Busan provides a healthy consumer market and high-quality labor with a population of 8 million people. The establishment of a robust industrial cluster has become the city's biggest advantage.
세계 최고 수준의 조선업, 그리고 국내 최고 수준의 항공산업, 또 동북아시아 중심이 되어있는 기계산업, 자동차 부품 산업단지와 같은 제조업이 매우 강하기 때문에 부산경제자구역의 장점이 바로 그런 데 있지 않나 생각합니다.
The Busan-Jinhae Free Economic Zone has created an industrial ecosystem where the port business, manufacturing and logistics industry grow together. This is why we should pay more attention to the post-COVID-19 era.
Right, Peter, tell us a bit about the actual benefits that companies that decide to set up shop in this area are poised to secure.
Well, there are many kinds of tax benefits, cash grants, and also tenant support services. They're provided to the foreign companies here. And if you become a tenant of BJ-FEZ, you can benefit from them all. Various incentives are provided for foreign investors that bring high value-added industries and jobs. And thanks to these benefits, a total of 1,652 tenant companies have chosen the Busan-Jinhae Free Economic Zone and are currently doing business. The main reason that companies cite for choosing BJ-FEZ is the logistics industry that has formed around Busan Port.
And speaking about that, Peter, Busan Port is the 6th largest container port in the world. And do correct me if I'm wrong, Peter, but I believe it is the 2nd busiest transshipment hub.
Yes, that's absolutely correct. Full marks today, Sunny. So as Busan Port, it optimally connects the world's #1 economy, the US, and the world's #1 economic region, which is Northeast Asia. It delivers a very competitive advantage to logistic businesses in particular. However, during this COVID-19 pandemic, the logistics industry was regarded as having a particularly high risk. Tenant companies in BJ-FEZ in that area expected significant losses in sales. We met up with one of them. BNCT operates a container terminal in Busan New Port. Since the first ship docked at the port in 2012, it has grown 20-fold in size. Despite these achievements, the port operator predicted a 20% drop in sales volume due to COVID-19. However, it only dropped by 3% compared to last year. This performance can be attributed to the Korean government's quick response, effective containment measures, and close communication with BJ Fez.
The main advice that I could always give a company or a CEO that is exploring coming to the Busan-Jinhae Free Economic Zone is come. You won't regret it. The advantages, the security for your company in terms of long-term future, I don't know anywhere else that you can beat the advantages that can be provided here.
Some very positive words right there. Peter, what other merits does the zone offer in terms of port business?
Well, aside from the tax benefits, key administrative support is really important for attracting investments. So the port industry especially needs to be closely linked to the government, which includes local governments and various jurisdictions to carry out projects. And such administrative support is provided quickly and effectively.
Right, and like Mr. Elliott just pointed out, I hear there's some favourable remarks regarding the stable business environment of Busan Port.
Absolutely. Foreign investors care most about business stability, right? So in the case of Vietnam, many foreign companies invested in that country because they said they would build a port. But it's a decade on and there's been little progress in actually building it. In contrast, Korea gets top marks for being consistent in following through on its policies and development plans.
Right, Peter, one final question before you go. What lies ahead for the Busan-Jinhae Free Economic Zone?
Well, there are big plans to make the BJ Fez a logistics and a business hub in Northeast Asia. So by 2040, a second new port will be built to expand the Free Economic Zone and lay the foundations for a logistics R&D centre and also a joint logistics centre.
All right, Peter, thank you for that coverage of the Busan-Jinhae Free Economic Zone. I believe you'll be back on Friday with a look at the Gwangyang Bay Area Free Economic Zone.
Yes, I look forward to it. Thank you.
All right, thank you.